What is up, YouTube? It's been like 2 months since the last upload, but I got a couple things I want to catch you guys up on, so let's get right into it. Somewhere in August, we had a youth camp with our church for like a week, and I had an idea to create like a small short film for the camp. It was gonna be like a modern twist on the prodigal son. So me and a couple friends had like a week to film the whole thing, and then I was editing at the camp, and we barely pulled it off. But I think so far it's probably the best short film I've produced, because as a kid I used to do it a lot. I think that's still sort of a passion of mine, something I want to do later on in life and kind of do it at a larger scale. Before the camp, we had a super tight schedule, and a lot of the days that we were filming, some actors couldn't make it, or we had to push times super late, and we had to refilm a couple scenes. We got kicked out of locations. It was crazy, but it's one of the better experiences I've had this year, and I learned a lot from it. Oh shoot, there's another cat. And then another cool thing that happened right around August, right around the week that we were filming actually, is I was driving up a mountain with my friends. There was a road there, and there's a lot of potholes, right? So we're driving really fast. I'm dodging potholes, but there was one big one which I couldn't miss. It broke a hole into the tire, and I had to pull over, and there was no service up there either. I had another friend coming though, and when he got there, we left. And then I went and got my brother's 2 wheels off of his Beamer. So then we drove back up there. I threw those wheels onto my car. And while we were up there, we were initially planning to go do some like drifting on a gravel road. So I'm like, okay, we're still here. I got new wheels. Might as well do that. Me and my Beamer, and then another friend in a 335D, we were drifting there. And then on the way back already, I was doing this one turn. I try to swing it extra hard. As the back's coming out, I try to counter steer. The car's already straightening, but I don't give it enough time to start drifting the opposite way, and I'm already turning back. So I'm kind of trying to do like a manji thing, and then I go straight into the ditch. And in the ditch there was like this big rock which broke my coolant hose. All my coolant leaked out, and I couldn't get the car off the mountain. So then I got some help from some other guys, and we were up there till like, I don't know, 1 or 2 a.m. So we basically JB welded the hose, filled in new coolant, and then drove it down the mountain. And after a couple days I already got a new tire and new coolant hose. I'm not gonna change the bumper though, because it's not even worth, like, I won't get my money back if I try to sell this car. I probably won't even try to sell it, to be honest. This will be probably like a backup car once I get the next one. Even though it sucked, that was kind of a fun experience, and I don't regret it. And I've learned how dangerous potholes are and how to drift a little bit better. So there's some good that came out of that. We're just gonna throw you in abruptly. I'm moving out. I know it's like been only 2 months, but my roommate's brother got a house, and it's a lot cheaper there, so he was gonna move there anyway, and I'm gonna join them, and we'll save some money, and it's gonna be closer to work and to my parents' house and to church. So tonight I'm just grabbing most of my things I'll need to live there for now, and then I'm gonna grab everything else later. My roommate is currently in North Carolina on like a preaching trip or something, so he's gonna be back tomorrow evening, I believe. At that point we can move everything and finally get out of here. What else happened? I have been kind of taking a break from the whole copywriting thing. Video editing is something I was able to do from like a really young age, just because I used to like make little short films, like I was saying. And I found a client who does car detailing. So I'm editing short form content for him, and I got a monthly retainer with bonuses if I hit certain view counts. And that's kind of a simple thing I'm doing on the side right now. Video editing isn't really something I want to stick with too long, because it's kind of a pain, and I like just creating my own content. Also, we're still making money with roofing. Weather has gone quite a bit worse as we're getting to the winter season. We're getting a lot of rain, so it's not as consistent. And we might keep that in, we might leave that out. 6 minutes. We've been rolling for 6 minutes. Okay, we arrived at the house. So we're grabbing stuff and going through the back, because he left the back door open for me because he's not home right now and I don't have a key. This is my room right here. It's a little small, but I like it. So I'll finally have my own room for the first time ever. I'm going to talk a little bit about some Bible reading I've been doing. So I was trying to get consistent with Bible reading every day, and I started by just reading chapters like in order, but it was hard for me to like extract lessons and find things that are applicable. It was a little difficult because there's a lot of things going on in a chapter, or it would be very just harder to extract and apply a lesson. So I started reading a daily devotional, which would have the lesson and a little story, and then I'll have a passage as well that goes along with that. And that's been really helpful to keep me grounded and to meditate on God and kind of to get me refreshed and get my focus right. Currently disassembling this table here, this desk. I have this tiny screwdriver to take out these screws, hoping to reassemble it today. It's already pretty late, it's like almost 9. Alright, we're kind of in a dilemma now. I don't know how to fit this. I'm like playing Tetris for the past like 20 minutes. We'll figure it out. We'll somehow get this desk into my car. What else even happened the past 2 months? They kind of flew by. I played a volleyball tournament that our church was hosting, and I got second with my friend. What was it? It was a lower division. There was just 2 divisions for men's. There was like a higher, like an A division. There was a B division, and we got second. But it was close. We almost got first. I was actually just sitting here in my car waiting for the guys to arrive on the box truck, and they're here. So I'm gonna get to work, and then I'll show some other stuff later.
That's why we never charged with it, big suck that bag of whole fucking retard.
My mom is amazing. She bought me a little bed frame. I didn't even ask her to do it, but now I won't have to sleep on the floor anymore. I'll have a little bed frame. It doesn't have a headrest or a footrest. It's just meant to elevate the mattress a little bit, and I can store stuff under it, but it's definitely going to be an upgrade to the room. Also, I want to get some sort of plant in here and maybe some more lighting. I was thinking of putting some ambient lighting, some like golden lighting up in the closet, which will be kind of sick. Yo, maybe under the bed. Under the bed would be sick. I could just wire it right there. Have some purple underglow. And there you go. After like 15-20 minutes, all done. It looks really nice. I like it. I still was able to somehow fit the charger, even though it blocks the outlet. But really nice. I like this.